Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. The city of brotherly love getting hit with some snow here as we get set to play. And we're underway from Philadelphia. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. Going deep right away. It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead right away. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Now the Eagles readying to attempt a two-point conversion. He's throwing for it. And the two-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. Could have been 7 if they tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They give it to him again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, ball at the 36.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there! So we're going to 54. Why is it?
Another carry for him. Blast through midfield. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. Working quickly here.
Hey, kill! 27.
Going to the ground again on first. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Josh Sweat making the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
46.
Cut out left. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. They send the tight end in motion. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Offense staying out there, it's 4th and 1.
Here we go. Hey, kill!
Back to the well again. And that that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast.
47. 26.
First down, here's Dak. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Bronk, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Throwing again is Dak. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys tie it up late in the first. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it at the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. 7-6 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Donovan Wilson picks it off. And the Cowboys take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
You know, Kate, so often they say the defense is just reactionary. They're just reacting to what the offense is doing. But I'll tell you what, when you got a defensive call like that, the right personnel, nickel coverage, the right defensive plan, it plays such a huge role in helping take the ball away.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the gun is Prescott. This finds Cooks, complete. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Offense in the hurry up here.
Let's go 47.
Prescott now to throw on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be first down, Dallas. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Cowboys pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Before that play clock can expire, Mike McCarthy finds an official and calls timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Yeah! Here we go! I take...
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here's Prescott, first and 10. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And his charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 17. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for them. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime.
Tiger Hornet.
First down throwing for Hurts. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be second down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little giant after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
He's looking deep once again. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Cowboys do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Down. 47. Yeah! There we go. 26.
Back-to-back carries here. And that's good for a gain of 5. Cooper to Jean with the stop. Working quickly here. Here's 2nd and 5. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. First and 10, Prescott. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Dak now from the gun. Catch made by Cooks. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll run here on 1st down. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A give now from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Cowboys have it with a lead, but the win's not secure just yet. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
Looking to throw. This one's caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense up to the line fast.
Here we go, 46.
They throw it out quick to the left. And this one doesn't go far. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Looks like a 9-yard gain, and they'll now have a much shorter 3rd and 5 coming up.
Hey, easy, 63, back. Delta.
He'll throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Tiger swamp. Delta set. Hey, 73. Delta.
Looking to throw. They connect for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles down by only 1. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
Delta set.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles jump in front late. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. A big spot for the Eagles now as they go for 2. Here he is to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Cowboys have some new life in the 4th. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Gonna need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take! Let's go, kill! Right take!
He'll look to throw it. That's him on the quick hitter. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running.
Hey, kill! Here we go, 46.
Back to throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Here we go, 47.
Setting up to pass. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle 3rd, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal.
Here we go, 46. 47. Hey, kill. 26.
From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. QB sneak coming. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys take a slim 2-point lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
No touch it. No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
No touch.
2nd and 1. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
No touch it. No touch.
Throwing now. Trying to push it deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
63. No touch.
They'll run for it with Barkley. Has the 1st and more past midfield. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Situational football. You're running on 4th and short, and a lot of times these defenses are so concerned at the point of attack, but if you can get it to the 2nd level, it is easy to rip off a big chunk yardage run just like that.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. That one is good! And that, folks, is your game winner!
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. So that brings up 2nd down. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this thing. It's intercepted. That will do it. Picked off Reed Blankenship.